So they told me 3 to 5 minutes, but I am an immigrant and my English is not as good, and I require 3 or more words to use proof of point. But number one, I want you to help me again, I think, on behalf of every single person that one time in their life they felt like an immigrant. I really want to congratulate Taha for his amazing restaurant here in our area, Saba, and for representing immigrants in such an amazing way. Please give a round of applause to Taha. Thank you, Taha. Love you. I promise I will visit your restaurant soon enough. Sometimes I love to stay home next to my wife, Patricia, who is here with me tonight, and my daughters, and I don't go out so much lately when I'm in D.C. Don't tell me why, but restaurants were home for me, always, but home is home. And what I'm trying to say with this is, you know, we realize that food is not used to feed our bodies, but really feeds our soul. And this is what makes food powerful. I always say that chefs like me, we love to feed the few. But really what we love to do is feed the many. And especially I feel like sometimes the world is totally wrong because it seems that male chefs are the ones that get the credit more often than not. Because it seems chefs like me, big boys, big voices, seems that we are the ones that matter because we feed everybody. But if you really look around what's happening in the world, the 7 billion people we are today, who really feeds humanity are women. And I'm not gonna lie to you that this is what keeps me going. And I'm so proud to have 3 beautiful daughters. And I don't mean that women feed because that's what happens. I say that with pride. Thanks God they are in charge. Because if not, the world today will be a lot hungrier. So, I'm not going to lie to you, but I cannot believe until today very much. I began reading some of the poems of Khalil Gibran. And believe me, this will change in the near future. And it's funny because I'm known for making foams. I'm a chef, and I make foams. Come to my restaurants, and you'll find foams. And I think Mr. Gibran and I, we have, if anything, in common. In the distance of time that he wrote one of the amazing books he wrote, Sand and Foam, in 1926, he said, half of what I say is meaningless, but if I say it, it's so the other half may reach you. That's powerful. So let me tell you what happened with World Central Kitchen. We are now in 8 countries. We began right after the earthquake in Haiti. And I landed there not with a willingness to help, but with a willingness to learn. And I do believe that we all need to do more to learn how we can be helpful to others. And this cannot just happen by being on a TV, on the sofa, in the comfort of our homes, but it has to be happening when we move into the real world. Somebody said that life really starts at the end of our comfort zone. And when I go far away to these places after hurricanes or earthquakes, it's because why I love the family and the life I have and the friends and the business in the comfort of my home. I really understand the true meaning of life when I move away and I see sometimes, I would not say the suffering, but the hardships that others go through. That just makes me feel guilty when I complain to the hotel that my hot water was not running when I know that millions of people have no water to drink every day. And just you began giving value what is really important. So, you know, to don't make the story long, in Puerto Rico was just the end of a big, long learning curve. I know you're honoring, thank you, World Central Kitchen more than you are honoring the men. Because we need to all realize that we are not I, the person. But especially in America, we are we, the people. And we need to start remembering that we are only as good as the people we have around us. And we, the people, together, we can make anything happen. And I just learned by being out there that people don't want our pity. People don't want our pity. People want our respect. How do you give them respect? Sometimes with a simple, humble plate of food. By listening to them. And not trying to impose what we want, but listening to them what they need. Robert Egger, who is one of my favorite people in the whole world, founder of DC Central Kitchen. The ones of you from DC probably know DC Central Kitchen. I'm a lucky boy. I'm the emeritus chairman of the organization, and everything I know, I own it to Robert. He said that too often charity seems is about the redemption of the giver, not the liberation of the receiver. And I took that phrase to heart, and that's what World Central Kitchen tries to be every day, the liberation of the receiver. So in Puerto Rico, we had a problem. People were hungry, 3 million people. And the men and women, that first responders, they were all great, but sometimes the system doesn't work. And they were hungry. And what we did, we began cooking. We had no plan, zero plan. We didn't meet, we began cooking. We gathered the food, we found a kitchen. First day, 1,000 meals, one kitchen, water falling from the ceiling. We had been, from one kitchen, we opened 21 kitchens. From 1,000 meals a day, we reached 150,000 meals a day. And from 20 volunteers, we had been 20,000 strong men and women of Puerto Rico feeding the people of Puerto Rico. And what I'm only telling you is that if we want, yes, we can. So I'm going to end telling you this. I love walls. Near here in the White House, I support the walls that Mr. President wants to build. I'm only going to be working hard in the next few years to only convince them to build the walls in a slightly different way. Let's build walls that build community kitchens, hospitals, schools. Let's build walls that empower our community one building at a time, one wall at a time. With those walls, I will support him all the way. But what I know is this. I learned that by spending time in places like Haiti and other countries, if I want to give my daughters a better world, will not be by building walls that will make them somehow blind to what's happening in the world. But by helping these other countries is the way I will really give safety to America, by empowering every single man and woman of America and the countries that surround America. That's the way the walls will make America safer and better. So, I was a young boy, and the first American novel I read was Johann Steinbeck. And in one of his amazing books, he said, wherever there is a fight, I will be, wherever there is a fight so hungry people may eat, I will be there. Thank you for the word today, and I promise you today that in the future, wherever there is a fight, that we can go and help so people may have the same plate of food that you and I were having here tonight. I promise you that World Central Kitchen will be there. Thank you very much.